lose it.
Yeah, I think Shahzad might have got lulled into thinking, yeah, we are number 8, number 9. No, this is Sikandar Raza. And if you just angle the ball across to him, he's going to keep playing those cuts.
End of the over, 11 gone, 78 for 7. To have gone down at 4, 32, 34, 48, 69, 69 once more, and 71. It's been a tale of woe thus far for Paktia Panthers.
I mean, you take a look at that scorecard and you say, Paktia Panthers? No, because they've batted so well so far. Today, nothing working for them. And as Waqar comes in, a little bit of an attack here with a slip, but not enough for me. Yeah. Oh, squeezed away in that gap. I think he will be stopped, but Sikandar Raza will not want the second. And exactly what the Kandahar Knights did not want has happened here. Raza on strike.
Let's have a look at Sharafuddin's departure. Out first ball. A little bit of a send-off from Shahzad. He's now got 2 wickets in the innings and 7 in the tournament. No slip in for Sikandar Raza. Googly again, and he's taking the run, Sikandar Raza, so I guess he's of the opinion that they've got to take everything on offer and get what they can rather than try and farm the strike.
Well, Mohammad Shahzad, not looking a very happy man. Sorry.
Understandably so, because listen to Paktia's scores in the tournament so far. 218 for 4, and then 184 for 8, and 204 for 4. So that's really stark contrast with 80 for 7, isn't it?
True, they have been scoring big. Now the slips come back for Udana. Oh, and he might have been in play. Well bowled. Now, just a little strange that Raza took that single, because Udana is very new to the crease. He hasn't batted much either, and I think to sacrifice a single and then stay and face what, another 4 balls might have worked much better for Sikandar Raza, because these dots are not going to help either. It's only 1 ball to go now. Again, decision time for Raza. Does he try and go big, or, to my mind, I think just pat it around? Plenty of gaps in the field. He's a very good bat, Sikandar Raza, as we see who might come next, and maybe just a single here. Waqar's a special bowler, left-arm leg Izar, so Sikandar Raza really needs to continue to be careful. Oh, goes for the big one, and in the gap. Doesn't get a boundary, just a single for a lot of work. And of course he will retain strike. 12 gone, 82 for 7.
Ehsan, aap?
वाह, घर का कोना कोना चमचमा रहा है और कमोड भी चमक रहा है।
नीला हार्पिक है ना?
लेकिन बाथरूम में वो चमक नहीं।
पर मैं तो हमेशा डिटर्जेंट से साफ करती हूँ।
बाथरूम के लिए काफी नहीं है, क्योंकि बाथरूम में होते हैं सख्त दाग जैसे काई, जमा हुआ साबुन और खारे पानी के पीले दाग। ले आइए हार्पिक बाथरूम क्लीनर, जो डिटर्जेंट के मुकाबले दे 2 गुना बेहतर सफाई। इसे पानी में घोलकर फर्श चमकाएं और जिद्दी दागों पे सीधा लगाकर पाएं चमकता हुआ साफ बाथरूम।
वाओ, नीला कमोड और लाल बाथरूम के लिए।
Here, which they'd get if they keep going at their current scoring rate. I reckon they'd bite your hand off.
Rushing for it, yeah. You know, the projected score, of course, doesn't take into account the fact that 7 are down. So we could be looking at a score under 100. Oh, God forbid, for Paktia Panthers. But Raza's still there. And he might think it too here. I think Udana's not the quickest between the wickets, so Raza will have to be careful of that.
Has the big fella got a headache? An ice pack on the head. He's got every reason to have a headache, isn't he?
Oh, that's classic. Mohammad Shahzad. Oh, gosh. Saw himself on the big screen. A little embarrassed, yeah. But one can understand. He looks a little hot-headed anyway and hits the ball like a really hot-headed batsman, but he has to cool himself down. Oh, Raza. No, Udana swings away. That's pretty decent, as long as he doesn't get the ball in the air. You know, it's very important for these two guys to be talking to each other, because I mean, it's all about communication right now. Sikandar Raza's batting ability, without doubt, much better than Udana, and he's got to be telling Udana every ball, what do we need to do? I mean, if I were Raza, I'd say, please don't play it in the air. Don't get out, don't play it in the air. Tap it around. We'll get a single easy. Play your gaps in the field.
Udana's got plenty of experience, though. He's a seasoned international cricketer. He should know what the score is. Oh, that's a terrific shot. Raza using his power to full effect there. That was tremendous. There was a man out on the deep cover boundary, but he had no chance of getting around.
Well, as long as Sikandar Raza can continue doing that, then Mohammad Shahzad is going to take that ice bag away from his head. Right now, still boiling over. Very handsome shot, front foot. And the pace wasn't enough to be hammered on the front foot like that on the offside. That's a little embarrassing for the bowler. Jannat not the quickest. This is relatively easy for Asghar Afghan, because you can just spread the field out for Raza and squeeze it for Udana. Standard practice.
There's an argument for saying that he should continue to put some pressure on Sikandar Raza, given that Raza is the last recognised batsman.
Yeah, I see your point, but you know, if I were Asghar Afghan, I'd know that Sikandar Raza can easily go over the infield, and then all of a sudden I'm looking at 130, 140 if he can get away to some of the bigger shots. So I'd give him room, but it's what I'm a little concerned about is that he's not squeezing the field for Udana. We still have only 4 in the circle, which is what they're allowed, the minimum. But I'd like maybe at least 2 or 3 more in the circle. Prevent Udana from getting an easy single. Of course, the offside field has come in a bit at extra cover. Sterling. Oh, up in the air. That should be taken. Or will it fall in no man's land? He might get lucky here. Oh, between 3 fielders. Udana chancing his arm. And I'm sure all of the Paktia Panthers, certainly Sikandar Raza, would have had their hearts in the mouth saying, no!
Fortune favours the brave. There was a long on, a deep square leg, both out there for just that sort of shot. And it was an anxious look from Udana. And in the end, well, he couldn't have placed it any better, could he?
Well, you mentioned fortune favoured the brave. If not brave, there are other words I can think of at this stage when you're 91 for 7. Udana, easy now. Yeah, that's all right. Pretty well struck. As I'll be happy with a single, although, yeah, that is the over. So Udana will retain strike. 13 gone, 92 for 7.
वाह मैडम, इतने कम खर्च में इतना सब।
पैसे बचाना तो जरूरी है।
हर जगह आप बचाती हैं और यहाँ भी बचा सकती हैं।
कैसे?
हार्पिक छोटू तेजाब पतला है इसलिए बह जाए, जबकि हार्पिक का गाढ़ा फॉर्मूला दे एक चक्कर में चमकदार टॉयलेट। तभी महीने में हार्पिक छोटू की 1 जबकि तेजाब की 2 बोतलें। हार्पिक छोटू, आधी कीमत
महीने भर सफाई।
The paucity of stands that we've had up to this point.
I'm only half paying attention, Brian, because after Mohammad Shahzad left, I'm kind of, you know, saying what's left in this match. Such an exciting batsman to watch. Great to see you youngsters here. Thanks for being here at the Sharjah Cricket Ground. And of course, a big thank you to all of you around the world watching what we think is some terrific cricket here at the Gulbahar Afghanistan Premier League, powered by Fog. Nicely forward, Udana. Just watch the spin, Isuru.
That's really good cricket from Sikandar Raza, scampering through for the single. But again, you just have to question the Kandahar fielders. They were back on their heels, and they really shouldn't have been one there.
Well, true. They needed to have attacked Udana a little more, perhaps get one or two more fielders in the ring. But how quickly did Sikandar Raza take off? Yeah, well done again. He'll be disappointed he couldn't get past short third. Could have been a boundary then.
How well has Waqar Salim Kale done as well? 2 for 17 coming into the side in place of Hamza Hotak.
Well, left arm leggies are always special, and I wonder why he didn't play the earlier matches. Hotak, I suppose, has reputation ahead of Waqar. Oh, up in the sky again. He will not get away with it more than once, and oh, well taken by Brendan McCullum, but he had to push the ball back as he knew he would go past the boundary. So Isuru Udana, how lucky can you get? That's a second chance, but so far so good for him.
Interesting as well that Brendan McCullum was just looking across there to Najibullah Zadran, who's out at deep mid-wicket, and I think what McCullum was hoping for was that Najibullah would have run towards him and possibly been in a position to take the throw from McCullum as he was slipping back. That didn't happen. That's not gone for 6. A good bit of work from McCullum in the end to get rid of the ball before he fell over the rope. But, well, a little bit of fortune for Udana.
I really cannot understand what Udana is trying to do. But the 14th over was up. It's 96 for 7.
मुलाहिजा 25 साल बाद शेख साहब सैनमा तशरीफ ले आए हैं।
बहुत अच्छी है और मैं 25-30 साल के बाद फिल्म देखने आया हूँ। गाने बहुत अच्छे थे और हिट होंगे। बच्चे बड़े एंजॉय कर रहे थे। मेरा ख्याल है सभी के लिए मूवी है।
Have overs in the bank. 6 overs remaining in the innings.
Big Phil Simmons, his wife to the left. Of course, all the officials of the Afghanistan Cricket Board.
In the middle of the screen there was actually Taj Malik, who was the coach of the Afghanistan team for their first appearance in the ICC World Cricket League Division 5 in Jersey, way back in 2008. There he is in the brown top, just behind Phil Simmons. Mohammad Naveed back in action, and Taj Malik was actually talking to Asghar Afghan's big brother. So it's a family affair here today at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium for this Gulbahar Afghanistan Premier League.
Yeah, and Asghar Afghan has a big family, and many of them are involved in cricket. His brother is here, Mohammad Naveed, who's bowling now. So that's also Asghar Afghan's. So let me just correct myself. It doesn't look like Asghar Afghan. Jannat, of course, his brother. Oh, up in the air again. Will he be third time lucky? It's going to go all the way. So Isuru Udana, I don't think is following the script here. Certainly not what Sikandar Raza might want. But Raza does go up to him and congratulate him, saying, well, you got away with that again.
Brings up the 100 too. Udana living by the sword. This partnership now 32. Tremendous blow, just the third Spagiza of the innings. finding the gap perfectly between long on and deep mid-wicket. Well, at 71 for 7, it looked a long way away to reach 3 figures, but they've done it, have Paktia. I'm not entirely sure what Mohammad Naveed is doing here, testing out the middle of the pitch. He's a very skillful bowler in terms of his ability to bowl Yorkers and very full length. And you'd have thought that the number 9 batsman, he would have been targeting the stumps.
But I can understand the temptation, though, because Isur Udana is very happy to try and pull him. And there are people there, long on and deep mid-wicket, ready for the catch. It's just that Udana has been getting away every time. There they are. On the leg side, there was also a deep square. He comes in now. But we're just talking about Asghar Afghan's family, big family. They live in Kabul. Oh, very well played. Squeezed away, refuses the single, and they will get it now.
I haven't got a problem with the shy at the stumps there at the non-striker's end, because I'm pretty sure that Udana would have been out had that ball hit. I think it was Najibullah Zadran. In fact, no, he would have been home, so maybe it was a little bit reckless.
It was a good, clear call from Sikandar Raza, and Udana responded, which is good cricket, except I'm not too sure what Asghar Afghan is doing. Need more pressure to ensure Udana doesn't take the single. Let him flash away. He will get out on the boundary line soon enough. It's a pretty handsome on drive. Well, they've struggled past the 100 mark of Paktia Panthers, and with 5 overs to go, if Raza can farm the strike, you might even talk about another 40 or even 50. So if they get past 140, I think that'll be a fabulous recovery after being not very much for 7 at all. 71 for 7. And you'd think that Kandahar Knights would try and wrap them up for 85-90. Hasn't happened.
Sikandar Raza keeps the strike. 15 overs gone, 107 for 7.
एहसन आप
वाह, घर का कोना कोना चमचमा रहा है और कमोड भी चमक रहा है।
नीला हार्पिक है ना,
लेकिन बाथरूम में वो चमक नहीं।
पर मैं तो हमेशा डिटर्जेंट से साफ करती हूँ।
बाथरूम के लिए काफी नहीं है, क्योंकि बाथरूम में होते हैं सख्त दाग जैसे काई, जमा हुआ साबुन और खारे पानी के पीले दाग। ले आइए हार्पिक बाथरूम क्लीनर, जो डिटर्जेंट के मुकाबले दे 2 गुना बेहतर सफाई। इससे पानी में घोलकर फर्श चमकाएं और जिद्दी दागों पे सीधा लगाकर पाएं चमकता हुआ साफ बाथरूम।
वाओ, नीला कमोड और लाल बाथरूम के लिए।
107 for 7. They're clawing their way to something respectable here, the Paktia Panthers. They look dead and buried. But with these two at the crease, particularly Sikandar Raza, there's potential in these last 5 overs to maybe get around that 140, 150 mark, which will give them a total that they'll feel if they bowl well, they can maybe, just maybe defend, particularly against the Kandahar Knights, whose batting has not been their strong suit in the tournament thus far. Karim Janat, 1 for 22 thus far. There we go, 9 and over from here on in gets you 152. Not a tall order, it's just the wickets column that's an issue. But as long as Raza's there, they'll feel that they can get there. Lovely piece of timing, placement, beautiful deflection. Didn't try and hit it too hard. There was a change of pace, waited for it nicely and was able to turn it round the corner for a much needed boundary. Such a skillful batter, Sikandar Raza. Yes, he can find the boundary, he can be brutal in some of his hitting, but he can also learn how to deflect the ball, time the ball, and find boundaries in other ways as well. There we go. There's a glimpse of him being able to open the shoulders and try and clatter it down the ground on this occasion, not finding the gap. Hamid Hassan alongside. Hamid, what do you make of proceedings thus far?
It's a terrific job from Kandahar. Strong comeback. First 3 lost, and right now they're on the money. 111 for 7, but the only wicket they have looking for is Sikandar Raza, the man in form. Got a couple of runs last year in Shpagiza, and then he done really well in a World Cup qualifier. Oh, that's a beautiful ball. That's the line you have to bowl, especially in this last 5 overs.
I think that would be prudent to try and get Sikandar Raza off strike, give him a single and bowl to Udana. But having said that, Udana has scored 18 of 16 balls. So he's played his hand, very understated at this stage. The perfect Yorker from Kareem Janat. And he'll be happy to have conceded the strike. Now he can set his stall out. Mr. High wants to go about bowling to Udana. But like I said, Udana's no rabbit. 18 of 16, 1-6 thus far. He's played a big hand in the Paktia Panthers being able to recover to the stage. Lovely shot. On the back foot, stands up tall, bashes it down the ground, change of pace, waited for it as though a top order batsman would.
Yeah, if you see their innings, the wicket was just collapsing and nobody stuck around on the crease. The only one batsman is Sikandar Raza. He's playing tremendous right now, 42 of 35 balls. And the reason Udana is doing well because of Sikandar Raza, because he's giving him a power in how to generate the innings. As much as they can get the runs, they'll get to closer around 150 or 160.
7 off the over thus far. The last over went for 11, so 18 of the previous over and a bit. Just the one ball remaining in this one. And they'll be happy with this. 7-8 to the over. If they get a bit more, that's a bonus, but that gets them around about that 150 mark, which must be in the back of their minds. No, quite right. Sikandar Raza retains the strike. 16 bowled, 114 for 7.
वाह मैडम, इतने कम खर्च में इतना सब।
पैसे बचाना तो जरूरी है।
हर जगह आप बचाती हैं और यहाँ भी बचा सकती हैं।
कैसे?
हार्पिक छोटू
तेजाब पतला है इसलिए बह जाए, जबकि हार्पिक का गाढ़ा फॉर्मूला दे एक चक्कर में चमकदार टॉयलेट। तभी महीने में हार्पिक छोटू की 1 जबकि तेजाब की 2 बोतलें हैं।
हार्पिक छोटू, आधी कीमत
महीने भर सफाई।
Wakar, have a look at that. 2 for 19 at under 5 to the over. Terrific bowling effort from him today. And well, he's got the top 3 to go to in these last few overs. Ashgar Afghan, he's decided that Shahzad, 2 for 13. He's going to be bowling this the 17th over.
Clever, inexperienced bowler in this side, always thinking what you have to do, and he got 2 wickets already. And economically, if you see his bowling statistics, he's very exceptional. Like, he gives only 2.1 overs he bowled and give 14 runs, and still he got 2 crucial overs. So you have to thinking what he got for the next, for the next deliveries. Udana is on strike, and it's better to give him a strike to Sikandar Raza, the man in form. So at least they can get some runs. But this bowler is very smart, Syed Shirzad.
Yeah, good change of pace. Terrific slower ball, Shahzad. There we go, but has it been picked by Udana? No, it hasn't. It's up in the air. Oh, safe again. He's finding the gaps beautifully. He really is, Udana. Whenever he mishits it, it seems to fall perfectly in the middle of advancing fielders.
Another fantastic delivery from Syed Shirzad. That's I call the experience. And he shows again, misjudge, couldn't pick the ball, landed with no man. And he tried his best to catch the ball, but he's far away. It's a good sprint from him.
Well, they haven't lost a wicket, and more importantly, Sikandar Raza's on strike. So much pressure on him because he doesn't just want to get a single. There's plenty of singles on offer. He could easily do that. He's just got to be thinking of a little bit more. How can I get a little bit more? Straight to the man at cover, so it won't be a single. And when you start thinking like that as a batter, it sometimes just can be a little bit dangerous because you're so used to, you're going against the grain. You're so used to going out there and trying to score off every delivery, and that means take the singles, get down the other end, let your partner do some work. But at the moment, he's got to try and score as many as possible and face as many balls as possible. So with that sort of thinking, sometimes you get yourself in a bit of a muddle and sort of lose your thought process and lose your timing.
Yeah, you're right, but the only thing is Sikandar Raza will be thinking of last 2 overs because he have no any other batsman to get the runs closer to 150, and right now he's just trying his best to get at least a boundary in over. But Shehzad is tremendous this evening.
Well, if they just carry on as is, they'll get 140, which will still be a great recovery from the position they were in. But as you mentioned, Hamid, they'd rather try and maybe take advantage of the last 2 overs and get it up to that 150 mark. That'll be a real psychological barrier. Again, change of pace. Again, deceives the batsman. He's bowling so well as Shehzad. And even though the batsmen probably know what is coming, they still can't adjust or take advantage. And that's the sign of a very good slow ball. Even when the batsman can predict it's coming or they're waiting for it, they still can't take advantage. Done a good job in the field today, AFGHAN. His troops were under the pump coming into this game. He's managed to rally them really well. Bowlers have responded and they've got themselves into very good position. Well, they'll come back for 2 because he's got it behind point on the offside, Sikandar Raza. Well, that means he won't have the strike. End of 17, 3 remaining, 120 for 7.
पहले तो शेर राजा था, ये डोंकी बनाया आपने डोंकी राजा 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 आजाद नगरी डोंकी राजा डोंकी राजा डोंकी राजा अब बजेगा सबका बाजा.
Yeah, flags, plenty of smiles on faces. They haven't been entertained thus far. There's been more wickets and more attrition than balls flying out of the stadium, but they love it anyway. They love it that it's here in Sharjah, the Afghanistan Premier League, and they can clap eyes on some of the local heroes as well as some of the big international superstars, young and old, into the stadium. And I think we're in for a treat as the evening wears on. Radio, Naveed, 1 for 27, bowling to Udana. Oh, he's not going to hold back. No matter what Raza says to him, come on, give me the strike, you know, hang in there. He's going to say, hold on, I can also find the boundary. With that 2 in the previous over, Sikandar Raza got to 50. Correction, partnership was 50. 50 or 41 deliveries. Raza still on 47, well away from a half century, but it's been a very, very good partnership. They were in all sorts of strife and managed to recover well. Cut away again, and that'll be a boundary. That's really well placed and really well timed. And that's the half century for Sikandar Raza. He's played a really, really good hand here today. Under pressure, running out of partners, and he's managed to hold up an end and score at a fair clip as well. 5 fours in the innings, and this epitomises the way he's played. Really, really good shot, in control, knew exactly where he was trying to place it, didn't try and hit it too hard, and got his just rewards.
What a player he is. Such a crucial innings in a pressure time from Sikandar Raza. Oh, bowled him. You miss, I hit. Well done, Naveed.
Not a great shot. He needed to try and finish it, Sikandar Raza. But he's trying to heave it away on the leg side, and he's missed it and lost his leg stump as well. Well, it's been a good hand, it's been a good partnership. A bit of glove love from Udana, but he would have wanted to be there at the end, Sikandar Raza. Lazy shot, really, head up in the air. Wasn't in control. Credit to the bowler, though. He's got through the defence. Of a set batsman, and he's taken a wicket at a crucial time as well. Sikandar Raza begins the long trek back to the pavilion. 51 of just 42 deliveries, 100.
एहसन आप
वाह, घर का कोना कोना चमचमा रहा है और कमोड भी चमक रहा है।
नीला हार्पिक है ना,
लेकिन बाथरूम में वो चमक नहीं।
पर मैं तो हमेशा डिटर्जेंट से साफ करती हूँ।
बाथरूम के लिए काफी नहीं है, क्योंकि बाथरूम में होते हैं सख्त दाग जैसे काई, जमा हुआ साबुन और खारे पानी के पीले दाग। ले आइए हार्पिक बाथरूम क्लीनर, जो डिटर्जेंट के मुकाबले दे 2 गुना बेहतर सफाई। इससे पानी में घोलकर फर्श चमकाएं और जिद्दी दागों पे सीधा लगाकर पाएं चमकता हुआ साफ बाथरूम।
वाओ, नीला कमोड और लाल बाथरूम के लिए।
Has just been broken, the highest 8th wicket partnership of the tournament thus far. The previous best was between Laurie Evans and Fareed Ahmed, and well, they've eclipsed that. And at that stage, the Kabul Swanan went on to win the game. Will the portents be the same for the Bhatia Panthers? Have they got enough? At face value, you'd have to say no, they haven't. But you never know. We saw the last game last night, 143 defended. It's rather ungainly, but he'll get a single and get off the mark. And I tell you what, I've seen some horrible injuries come out of knees getting stuck in the ground. This is how Sikandar Raza departed. Yeah, he won't want to look at that too many times again. Head up in the air, trying to swing it away on the leg side and missing it comfortably. Now then, all the pressure on Udana, 22 of 21. Can he find a few sneaky boundaries here at the end and get them up to the 150 mark?
Wonderful ball again from Naveed, and Udana is looking for a boundary. Sharifi, famous by name, and back home in Afghanistan almost people call him Morne Morkel. A tall, a good seamer. He got 3 wickets in his first game, and let's see what he got in his batting today. Taller guy, strong, very tough, and if he connect the ball, it will be a maximum for 6 runs or 4 runs. But Naveed have plenty of experience.
Judging by his first shot, he's not going to die wondering. Sharifi, he's going to have a fair crack. No, nowhere near that one. Good Yorker. End of 18, 127 for 8.
वाह मैडम, इतने कम खर्च में इतना सब।
पैसे बचाना तो जरूरी है।
हर जगह आप बचाती हैं और यहाँ भी बचा सकती हैं।
कैसे?
हार्पिक छोटू।
तेजाब पतला है इसलिए बह जाए, जबकि हार्पिक का गाढ़ा फॉर्मूला दे एक चक्कर में चमकदार टॉयलेट। तभी महीने में हार्पिक छोटू की 1, जबकि तेजाब की 2 बोतलें हैं। हार्पिक छोटू, आधी कीमत
महीने भर सफाई।
डोंकी राजा, डोंकी राजा, डोंकी राजा, डोंकी राजा, डोंकी राजा, डोंकी राजा। आजाद नगरी, डोंकी राजा, डोंकी राजा, डोंकी राजा। अब बजेगा सबका बाजा।
2 overs remaining. The popcorn's out. They're ready for a nice evening here at the cricket. Family time, why not? Such a jovial atmosphere here. Music blaring. Really good way to spend the evening watching top-class cricket. Right, so 2 overs remaining. Shazad, 2 for 19, bowling the penultimate over. That's up in the air, way up in the air. Should be taken. Oh, he's got him. And, well, he's ridden his luck so far in the innings. Kareem Sadiq, I think it is, had a long time to think about it and a long time to get in position. But in the end, he's taken it safely. And Udana, he played so well as a partner to Sikandar Raza. Had a bit of...
एहसन आप?
वाह, घर का कोना कोना चमचमा रहा है और कमोड भी चमक रहा है।
नीला हार्पिक है ना,
लेकिन बाथरूम में वो चमक नहीं।
पर मैं तो हमेशा डिटर्जेंट से साफ करती हूँ।
बाथरूम के लिए काफी नहीं है, क्योंकि बाथरूम में होते हैं सख्त दाग जैसे काई, जमा हुआ साबुन और खारे पानी के पीले दाग। ले आइए हार्पिक बाथरूम क्लीनर, जो डिटर्जेंट के मुकाबले दे 2 गुना बेहतर सफाई। इससे पानी में घोलकर फर्श चमकाएं और जिद्दी दागों पे सीधा लगाकर पाएं चमकता हुआ साफ बाथरूम।
वाओ, नीला कमोड और लाल बाथरूम के लिए।
So Ahmed Sai, he comes in, he'll be at the non-striker's end. It's going to be Sharifi on strike. Shirzad has been brilliant today. Once again in the air. High, that's could be trouble for him as well. Yes, it's taken. So back-to-back wickets here. They've lost their way. Bundle out for 127 in the end. And Shirzad, what a spell from him. 4 for 19. He's been outstanding.
Yeah, they faded at the end, the Bhatia Panthers. It looked at one stage with Raza and Udana that they might be able to get something close to the 150 mark, but not to be. Credit to the Kandahar Knights. They bowled and fielded well all day, and well, fitting that AFGHAN should take the last catch.
मैडम, इतने कम खर्च में इतना सब
पैसे बचाना तो जरूरी है।
हर जगह आप बचाती हैं और यहाँ भी बचा सकती हैं।
कैसे?
हार्पिक छोटू तेजाब पतला है इसलिए बह जाए, जबकि हार्पिक का गाढ़ा फॉर्मूला दे एक चक्कर में चमकदार टॉयलेट। तभी महीने में हार्पिक छोटू की एक, जबकि तेजाब की 2 बोतलें हैं। हार्पिक छोटू आधी कीमत
महीने भर सफाई।
Guns blazing if they're going to defend this. The Bhatia Panthers, the Kandahar Knights, they'll be very, very happy with what's transpired, and they'll be over the moon with their bowling and fielding effort, and I reckon they'll be very confident in their run chase that's about to come up.
It's not a big score they will be chasing, so 128 for win here. Asghar Aghwan would be fancying. They would like a decent start from Paul Sterling if Brendan McCullum opens with him. Let's see what happens, but they should be very happy with this effort. Bhatia Panthers is losing their way. Sikandar Raza getting a very good half century. He's been the man in form for them. Shahzad out early. Ihsanullah as well out for 8. Really couldn't get going at any stage. Udana in the end contributing with those 23 runs, valuable 23 runs. And in the end, 127 is what Panthers mustered. 4 wickets for Shirzad. He was outstanding. Naveed as well with the new ball. Began really well. 4 overs, 34 runs, 2 wickets for him. And 2 for the Chinaman bowler Vakar. He was very impressive once again. This is their economy 4.75. Let's go down to Hamid and let's see who he's got.
With Syed Shirzad, left-arm seamer for Afghanistan. He got 4 wickets tonight. And let's talk about Syed Shirzad. Very well ball tolana makhke. Daga ratu hai che daga IPL Afghanistan Premier League che shuru shwe day. خپل د ایکسپیرینس څنګه شیر کې پکې
بسم الله الرحمن الرحیم ټول مخکې ټول لیدونکو ته سلامونه او احترامات بل داسې ای پی ایل یو داسې لوبه ده چې دې کې شارټ فارمیټ دی نو دې کې چې څومره کوشش کولی چې میز ډاټ بال وکړي یا ځان یو سایډ ته اکونومي خپله لاندې وساتي نو اټومیټیکي تا پرفارم باندې پوره اثر کوي
دونه راته ووایه چې دغه 3 میچونه بیک ټو بیک بایللي دي او نن هم یو ډېر سترونګ کم بیک وکړو په بالینګ کې سپیشلي فیلډینګ هم ډېر امپروو شوی ریزن یې څه دی
ریزن دا دی چې هر میچ موږ بایلو نو کپتان کوچ همدا وایو چې هغه کومه لوبه چې وشوه یا تېره شوه هغه یو هسټري وه ختمه شوه نو راتلونکي میچ باندې یا راتلونکي ورځ باندې به پوره فوکس کوم هغه دی چې بیک ټو بیک خیر هم موږ بایلو خو فوکس افرټ پوره کوو ورځ په بله موږ امپرومنټ را روان دی انشاءالله موږ به بیرته کم بیک کوو ټورنمنټ کې
د دې ټورنمنټ د خوښې لوبغاړی یا د خوښې هغه لوبغاړی چې ستا مطلب همیشه آیډیل اوسي او غواړي د هغه په خلاف بالینګ وکړي یا ورسره لوبه وکړي څوک شته په دې ټورنمنټ کې
ډېره بخښنې سره چې هغه نشته هغه میچل سټارک دی چې هغه اوس ټیسټ لوبه کوي او غواړم هغه سره لوبه وکړي
ډېره زیاته مننه او ښه چانس نن لوبې دپاره
مننه تاسو نه السلام علیکم
Happy man Syed Shirzad got 4 wickets tonight and he was very happy about his performance and the way they lost first 3 games and they had a strong comeback tonight and the only reason is his favorite cricketer is Mitchell Starc. He wished to play with him in the future. Back to commentary box. Thank you.
Well, these are the 4 wickets for Syed Shirzad. He really was outstanding up front, knocked over 2 of the top order batsmen and then came back with that very deceptive change of pace. Such a good slower ball and good catch there from Kareem Sadiq. And then another catch by AFGHAN. So 9 wickets in the tournament so far for Syed Shirzad, and that puts him in 2nd position, tie with Gulbuddin Naib. Ben Cutting still top of the pile on 10. And then 6 each for Udana and Ashraf. We'll see Udana bowl a little later. And Zahir Khan on 5 wickets. Rightio, as dusk starts to settle in here in Sharjah. That's the equation. The Kandahar Knights are going to need 128 off their 20 overs at just under 6.5 to the over to get their first points on the board in this competition. Don't go too far away. We'll be back with that run chase in just a minute.
ब्रैड ली ने 221 वनडे मैचेस की 217 इनिंग्स में 23.36 की औसत से 380 विकेटें हासिल की, जिसमें 14 बार इनिंग्स में 4 विकेट और 9 बार मैच में 5 विकेटें हासिल करने का एजाज शामिल है। पाकिस्तानी शाहीन कैंगरूज का शिकार करने को है तैयार। पाकिस्तान बा मुकाबला ऑस्ट्रेलिया टेस्ट और T20 की हर अपडेट, तस्दीक और तबसरे देखिए सिर्फ जियो न्यूज पर।
अफगान प्रीमियर लीग जहां पाकिस्तान
मार्टिन ने 67 टेस्ट मैचों की 109 इनिंग्स में 46.37 की औसत से 4,406 रन बनाए, जिसमें 23 फिफ्टीज और 13 सेंचुरीज बनाने का एजाज शामिल है।
अफगान प्रीमियर लीग जहां पाकिस्तान समेत दुनिया भर के नामवर खिलाड़ी लड़ रहे हैं बालादस्ती की नीचे। शाहिद अफरीदी, क्रिस गेल, ब्रैंडन मैकलम, मोहम्मद इरफान, सुहेल तनवीर, कामरान कमाल और बहुत से नामवर खिलाड़ी। 5 टीम, 23 मैचेस, 5 से 21 अक्टूबर। देखिए बराह रास्त जियो सुपर में जीत के लिए।
देखिए रिपोर्ट का है तीर से जुमा शाम 7:05 सिर्फ जियो न्यूज पर।
Welcome back to our coverage of the Gulbahar Afghanistan Premier League, powered by FOG. Paktia Panthers, usually full of runs, who are on the back foot ever since that happened. Mohammad Shahzad, 2 fine 50s, and of course a 40-odd went in the very first over, and really it was downhill thereafter for Paktia Panthers. He's such a terrific leader with the runs right at the top, and today his early departure just did not portend well for the Paktia Panthers. Easy catches in the beginning, and of course a terrific delivery by Shahzad to get rid of Delport. And from that point onwards, it was only Sikandar Raza and of course Isuru Dana who kept chancing his arm. In fact, we've got Brian Murgatroyd here with me. Brian, I haven't seen for a long time somebody who wanted so desperately to get out but just wouldn't.
Yeah, so Dana did his best, didn't he? He kept hitting the ball up in the air, but it either fell safe or on one occasion Brendan McCullum was able to latch on to a chance, but fell over the boundary rope. That was fine bowling from Waka Salim Kale, the left-arm wrist spinner. He picked up 2 wickets in 3 balls and finished with 4 overs, 2 for 19, and that was another wicket there for Syed Shahzad, who finished with 4 for 19 and now has 9 in the tournament. But this is the partnership we're seeing now between Udana and Raza, and the highest 8th wicket stand of the tournament. They added 54, and goodness me, when they came together, 71 for 7. It was needed. That was the end of Raza. 2 half-centuries for him in the tournament. But then there was some pretty brainless cricket at the end from the Paktia batsmen. They just needed to knock it around and pick up singles in the last couple of overs. but they went for glory, and what that meant was that they were bowled out with 10 balls unused, which is a cardinal sin in any limited overs form of the game.
You make a very good point. They should have at least gone to the 20 overs, and you never know. Maybe even a couple of boundaries off edges, if nothing else. Of course, they had very little batting ability left at the bottom, so Sikandar Raza, standout batting performance, getting another 50, and he would be so disappointed that he could not stay till the finish and get them perhaps to the 140, who alone knows, even maybe the 150 mark. And of course, we saw a very brief glimpse of Shahid Afridi, who was also in the Bakhtiar camp and such a big global star, and the glimpse was very brief because he got out second ball, bowling out to mid-off as Asghar Afghan ran back and took a smart catch. So, how do they now, despite this huddle, defend 127? Is not going to be easy, although I've got to say, without sounding biased, that if the Kandahar Knights can get a win today, this is their best possible opportunity, then at least they get on the scoreboard and makes the league a little more interesting.
Well, Mohammad Shahzad holding court there and just telling his players what he wants from them. And the bottom line, you would quickly, because if you don't get rid of them quickly, the game's going to disappear from a Paktia point of view over the horizon very, very swiftly indeed.
Well, without question, Brian, Kandahar Knights need to be bowled out if they're not to get there. But I think we do have a change in there. It's not Brendan McCullum. We saw the familiar figure, or Paul Sterling, I beg your pardon.
Yeah, it's not Paul Sterling. I was... Sterling is there, but no Brendan McCullum. It's Ricky Vessels. And Vessels opening in place of Kareem Sadiq. McCullum came in at number 3 in the previous match, so another opening stand. You can't disagree with Vessels going up the order. He batted far too low in the last match.
Yeah, I think I was talking to the skipper the last time round at the presentation. I said, has Ricky Vessels earned himself a promotion? I don't think he answered that too specifically, but of course he has. From what, number 7, 8 to now opener. But if anyone can do it on evidence for the Paktia Panthers with the ball, it's this man, it's Urudana. 5-6 wickets so far, but they've been very clever wickets at the top usually. And yeah, it's interesting. On one hand, of course, the Kandahar Knights can just walk this. They can just cruise around, trot single here, double there, boundary, and get to that 127, 128 mark pretty easily. So what are the team instructions for these two at the top? Perhaps Sterling to go hard and Vessels to just stick around. We'll see. Oh, plenty of gaps in the field, of course. The power play now. Is he going to get to the ball quickly enough? He does. Well done. That's the kind of commitment and effort we need to see. Yet a pretty easy double to begin with.
Sharafuddin with the chase. A bit of work from him. But Sterling will be relieved because, of course, he was at first ball in the previous match. A really good catch down on the third-man boundary saw him depart. So pleasure for him to get off the mark. He's not really clicked as yet in this tournament. What a good time to do so now.
Your standard field in terms of minutes. The boundary for Surudana and Sterling. They got a third man at the boundary, and of course deep backward square leg, which is potentially for the shorter ball, but perhaps even just to go on the back foot and whip it around past square leg. What is this man thinking now? We've got to win this. Of course, they keep saying no pressure, but, you know, losing 3 in a row can be a bit of pressure in franchise cricket.
Well, let's look at it from a glass half full perspective, because if they can win this and win it well, Kandahar, bear in mind this is going to do their net run rate a heck of a lot of good, because they're not chasing a large amount here, but the bottom of the table, still to get off the mark, and that would certainly be a double boost, not only a victory, but also an improvement on that net run rate.
Another very good point, Brian, because, I mean, there are only 5 teams and only one will lose out. They don't want to lose out because of net run rate. Oh, nice and full, got him! Isuru Dana done so much damage at the top. Another terrific delivery. Sneaks underneath Paul Sterling's bat, and he is walking back after scoring only 2. Another disappointing innings for the Irishman.
Well, we saw Udana produce a brilliant Yorker to get rid of Johnson Charles a couple of matches ago, and he's done it again. Look at this. Fantastic delivery. Sterling looking to give himself a little bit of room to go through the offside. Outfoxed by Udana, and the Paktia Panthers are at the races, no question about that. Sterling gone for 2, Kandahar 2 for 1.
What a start for the Paktia Panthers, trying to defend a very low total. And Brendan McCullum might have thought, I'll come back. Oh, I'll take my time to get in there. Is in the field the very first over. Pretty much following the script of the Paktia Panthers innings, as Mohammad Shahzad went, what was the second or third ball. So, similar here. I think that just about caught the outer edge of Paul Sterling's bat. We'll, I'm sure, see that soon enough. So, all of a sudden, that 128... could be a little challenging.
McCullum opened in the first 2 matches that he played in the tournament, 19 and 31, batted at 3 in the last match against Kabul, and scored 13 from 13 deliveries. Up against Udana, who's very much on fire in this tournament.
Another full delivery, well bowled by Isuru Udana.
Sterling, he just can't get going in this tournament. There's another view of that dismissal again. You can see him moving away to the leg side, looking for his favourite area through extra cover and over mid-off. But Udana was too good for him. 18, 20, 0, and now 2 for Sterling in his 4 innings so far.
Well bowled again, angling across Brendan McCullum, who appeared to have made some late adjustment. What a terrific start for the Paktia Panthers, defending only 127 after the first over. It's 3 for 1.
As you can see, Kandahar Knights yet to get off the mark, and their net run rate is very poor as well. Only that, Nangarhar Leopards' net run rate is worse than theirs, so victory today would certainly not only get them off the bottom of the table, or get them a first win rather, it would probably get them off the bottom of the table as well. Well, in fact, it certainly would, because their net run rate is that little bit better than the Nangarhar Leopards. Here's Ziaraman Sharifi, who we spoke to a little bit earlier when Hamid Hassan was pitch side.
As Hamid said, the Morning Mokal of Afghanistan. Hasn't played too much cricket, T20 that is, and of course did not shine with the bat today as he came in late. But Shahid Afridi, well, if Sharifi will say, well, what's wrong with what I did? It's all right.
We got 3 for 34 in the last game against Balk. He's a capable seamer, a young player.
Yeah, tall and athletic. Probably put on some more muscle as he goes along. Up in the air and over. How well struck by Brendan McCullum. Sweet timing.
Well, he's going to have to grow up and grow up quickly here. The youngster Sharifi up against McCullum, one of the most destructive players in the history of this form of the game. And McCullum will come hard at him and put some pressure on him. The question is, how will Sharifi respond?
Again, it wasn't such a bad delivery at all, because McCullum, of course, did dance down the track, and Sharifi had wisdom to say, it's okay, it's all right, I can manage this. Oh, yes, nice and quick. False shot, the pole attempted there by Brendan McCullum. I like what Sharifi is doing, a nice bustling run-up, and certainly a good prospect for the future.
Just one fielder outside the 30-yard circle on the onside. That's out at deep backward square leg, so there's plenty of real estate for McCullum to aim at on the onside.
You know, again, that last delivery, obviously McCullum went for the pole thinking that the ball would bounce to a certain height. It didn't. It stayed well below. And a lot of wickets today have been on the balls that didn't bounce. As much as we're used to seeing here.
The last delivery was nice. Hit the bat hard. And it's good, positive bowling from Sharifi. I like the look of him. I like the look of Syed Shahzad as well. 4 wickets today, 9 in the tournament so far. So this Score Afghanistan Premier League just showcasing some real talent outside the regulars at international level.
Yeah, we can imagine Shahzad coming in with his lefty seamers, and of course Zia from the other side, right-handed, could make quite a terrific combination for Afghanistan in the future. Edged! There was with McCullum went hard and no slip, so he got a little lucky. Don't tell me they're going to get a slip now, of course, a little late for this over.
That would be a case of shutting the stable door after the horse had bolted, wouldn't it? As we've said already, though, only defending 127, you need wickets. And there was a case for having that slip in. It wasn't placed there, and, well, McCullum benefits.
Perhaps it's just not knowing Zia's ability is better. I'm not saying that he moves the ball. The white ball doesn't move too much here in the desert sand, but you got to cater for those edges to begin with. Again, a big thrash attempted. No timing there. Not such a bad over, I've got to say, although there were 2 boundaries in it. 2 overs gone. 11 for 1.
पाकिस्तानी शाही कैमरूज का शिकार करने को है तैयार। पाकिस्तान का मुकाबला ऑस्ट्रेलिया, टेस्ट और T20 की हर अपडेट, तस्दीक और तबसरे देखिए सिर्फ जियो न्यूज़ पर।
Really loose delivery by Udana. That's only because he tried the slower one, full and straight, drifted down leg. Luckily for him, there was no bat.